What is up, friends? It's me, your boy Eric, and welcome back to my channel. And unfortunately, we're not doing any 370Z content this week because I ordered a part in Amazon and they just kept sending me the wrong fucking thing, so I have to keep, returning them. So the project is just pushed and pushed and pushed. Hopefully next week you're going to be seeing another 370Z video, but for now, you're here because you wanted to know how to get into photography in 2022. How hard could it be? First question is, am I qualified to say anything about photography, especially in this space, when clearly there's a vast amount of photographer YouTubers, who are actually more charismatic and, they have more experience than me. Sure, but here you are. You wanted to know how to get into photography in my perspective. So again, this list varies from photographer to photographer. This is basically to those people who are just thinking of, you know what? Yeah, let's try photography. Not to those people who are like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. But then again, if you find this really helpful or interesting, consider liking. So number one, don't get hung up on gear yet. It's so easy to lose yourself and get into so much debt just because the trending camera of 2022 or the year of costs about $6,000 for the body and the lens. But then again, there are other brands out there that are still releasing fairly inexpensive ones that are entry level. But still, there are a lot of things that you can literally do. Go to your local Facebook marketplace, look for a used Canon, a Nikon, a Fujifilm. What else is there? Or you're already paying for something that is easily accessible. It's in the palm of your hand. You're watching through it right now. It's your smartphone. Okay, I get it. People out there, other photography purists or gatekeepers, are like, phone photos are not good. They're not the best. I mean, yeah, sure, they're not the best, but come on. If you're starting as a photographer, if you just want to dabble into it, your $1,000 smartphone does a lot of work, especially with the new software that involves with your phone. It's crazy. I mean, these are the photos that I've been taking with my Google Pixel 6. Okay? Those are not that bad. Don't listen to those fuckers. So, I just want you to appreciate the process of making photos and think about the gear later on. Once you get into all of this stuff, go ahead, start collecting lenses or start looking for a different camera. Go ahead. Just take your time. It's not a race. Number two, understand composition. So composition is basically the elements of the photo, like what's in the photo. So it could be the color, it could be your subject, your background, the motion, the lines, or the lack of. And there are techniques and guidelines that you can follow, like rules of third, balancing image, working with leading lines, focus and depth of field, and finding the right point of view. So basically all of these is just what the vibe you're going for your photo. Get it? Number three, this is going to be a little tricky, a little too technical. I'm not going to try to go really deep.
Really? Nothing.
On this video, I'll probably do one in the future, so consider subscribing if you want to get into that, So number three, go raw and manual. So if you own a DSLR or a mirrorless camera already, great. Just flip that switch to M for manual mode and you're ready to go, basically. And then obviously for those people who are, again, starting with smartphone photography, when you want to go manual, there are actually free apps out there that you can check out. So for iOS, it would be Yamera, and then for Android, I think it would be ProCam X Lite. I'm going to leave links in the description below so you can start downloading stuff and going manual and raw. So basically when you're going manual, you're forced to learn the exposure trifecta: the ISO, the shutter speed, and the aperture. So ISO is the sensitivity to light. Aperture is basically how much light you want to go through your lens, or how sharp do you want your subject to be versus the background, or do you just want everything focused? And then shutter speed is basically the speed of your camera taking a photo in a matter of second or seconds in some cases. Most cameras export and compress your photo into a file called JPEG or JPG or JPEG.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog.
So it compresses your photo and makes it that it wouldn't take so much space in your storage. For RAW, it literally is RAW. It's not compressed. So you get a lot amount of data that you can manipulate later on in post-production. And then the problem is RAW files are really big. So watch it. So number 4, embrace post-production. Post-production is basically just a fancy term for editing. So if you've heard of Adobe Lightroom, this is it, my dudes. Since photography is subjective and a lot of people have different tastes, some people prefer edited photos, so some people prefer not editing their photos. Post-production actually helps with your composition. So for example, you just kept snapping your photos and you just realized it's not aligned. So, you know, with post-production, it'll help you try to align stuff. You know, it helps you work around your raw files, your raw photos. So you change your light, your color, your geometry, your optics, your effects. You're missing so much if you're not taking photos in RAW and not taking them on post-production. And the last one is for people who just don't have the time to go out there, or they're introverts like me and they don't really want to collaborate with other people, but you kind of want to. Go join an online photography group or forums. You'll learn so much. So I'm currently in the Facebook group called Automotive Photography Education. And just because, you know, I'm into automotive photography, there are other groups out there for, you know, different niches like wedding photography, event photography, corporate photography, just portraits, landscapes, flash photography, light painting, and so forth. And in these groups and forums, you learn different techniques, like different workflows, or if you're interested on making it into a business, how to price. So those are the 5 things that I think can get you started in photography in 2022. I hope this video inspired you in some way to get into photography, and if you find it informative or interesting, leave a like. And if you like 370Z content, because for the most part that's what I'm releasing on this channel, and now slowly getting into the photography content side of things, you know, consider subscribing and hitting the bell so you get notified when I'm going to be releasing new videos. Follow me on Instagram at its.ericvenzon, or my photography page at Underdog Media. That's VNDRDOG.media. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, folks. I actually got another tattoo. I mean, if you're following me on Instagram, I got a new tattoo. I'm gonna show it to you quickly. Can you even see it? It's too. Should be a trigger warning because there's a little blood out there. But yeah, so it's a little fresh. Bye.